Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having great holidays, great time with your family. Today, gentlemen, we're going to discuss the passport bro movement, probably the best thing you can do when it comes to dating if you're living in the West. And we're going to take a look at a Legion of Men video. So let him have the intro, guys.
So this one is hang out with the passport bro, how this Korean man found love in Thailand. And I saw his comment right here. It says, this is me in the video. To be honest, I don't really identify with a lot of the passport bro movement. And it's kind of cringe that I'm seen as a passport bro. But if a man moves abroad and finds a loving, caring relationship, then that's a very positive thing.
I never understood, guys, the cringe part about it. Why is it cringe to be a passport bro and move somewhere else? You do that with literally everything in life. If you go to a store and you don't find what you're looking for, you're gonna go to a different store, right? When you have to buy parts for your car or whatever, you go to the cheapest place, the best place, the one that provides the best options. People move from state to state or even move abroad because of work opportunities, because of, I don't know, family and friends, because of social aspects, you know. So why can't we do it when it comes to women, especially when women suck so fucking much in the West? Is the part I don't understand.
The dating culture is very different in the West and Asia because of the way people are raised and their values.
Oh, really? And their values? Wow, well, that's very shocking. Now you can see why women in the West fucking suck, because they are raised with no values other than hedonism, I guess, if you want to call that a value. And they are, you can say, not raised at all. All right, the parents don't raise them, don't teach them traditional values. They are raised by Ariana Grande and Cardi B, and then they turn out to be equally as big of 3 or 4s. So yeah, no, thank you. Women in the West, you can keep them to yourselves.
Values. For example, USA highly values freedom and individualism, while Asia values harmony and collectivism. This isn't to say one is better than the other, it's just a preference. Go where you're treated best. So yes,
no, it is better. I hate this. Oh no, there's nothing better. Let's just accept everything. No, there is obviously something that is better, right? Freedom and individualism are good in small doses. When you make that your whole personality, it turns into being a selfish a-hole and hedonism. You may call it individualism, which is a big euphemism, but when you boil it down, it's just selfishness, right? And women that don't want to provide anything but want to reap all the benefits, go to hell.
To preface that, because I haven't seen this, so I'm assuming it's a hit piece or he tries to make him look bad, but the passport bro thing has been kind of tinged a bit in the mainstream for obvious reasons. You have your sex pats, your pookies and your ray-rays, and the chads that go pumping and dumping, the absolute cringe, nasty, incel-y dudes that go overseas to try to pay for chicks. They're just really disgusting looking, corn toe ass, fat, fucking balding dudes that don't take care of themselves whatsoever and just are basically menaces. And they end up getting killed in Colombia. They end up getting drugged with their organs being taken and shit, or scammed because they think 2 girls all of a sudden that are dimes want to go up to your hotel room and polish your fucking knob. It's like you're an idiot. You have no attention from women in the West. What makes you think you're going to go overseas and 2 chicks just want to come up to your hotel room, polish your knob, bro? Because you're that much of a cool guy? Okay. So yeah, some of
I mean, all right. I just presume that if you are moving abroad, you still have something to offer, right? Like when I say passport bros, I don't picture a 400-pound dude that wanks it all day to anime, right? I don't know, I picture a normal average guy. And the normal average guy is not going to succeed in the West, most probably, but he is going to be valued in the East, or not in the East, excuse me, overall, but some country with better women. And this is also generational, guys. Women in the past tended to value real men much more than today. If you are a guy with morals and values and you probably work, if you're the average guy, you're probably quite a good man, right? And you probably 100 years ago, it would have been easy for you to find a wife. Not today, though.
Some of these quote dusties, whatever they like to call them on the other side of the aisle, do make a bad representation. But it was bound to happen, guys, because if you attach yourself to a movement, which is why I told you don't ever attach yourself to some shit like, Red Pill or Password Bro or all that stuff, is because once there are bad actors or bad actors are inserted, the state has been known to do that with other movements, mostly political, but, in the mainstream, you'll have your bad actors and they're the ones that get highlighted and they'll just make a complete mockery of everybody that's attached to this. So that's why I said going overseas is not for women.
This is something very important that I want to talk about. I used to be very proud to be red pill when I started the channel, but when I started the channel, the red pill still wasn't mainstream. Now it is, and it's very true that there are just some bad, cringe people that make very bad light of it, And I remember back in the day when I was speaking to Taylor, I called it the red pill movement. I think the red pill the community or something like this, and he told me, no, the red pill is not a community or movement, or it's not something political. The red pill is rather an ideology, and he didn't want to associate the red pill to a movement, because when you have a movement, it always tends to become mainstream, and then people want to cash the bag of coins, they want to profit out of it, and they make it cringe, and they make it all for grinding, So I understand that. Now I still consider myself red-pilled, but my ideology doesn't have to do with the mainstream red pill ideology. We need a different red pill for the red pill, right? A second red pill or something. But now let's continue.
Mockery of everybody that's attached to this. So that's why I said going overseas is not for women. It's strictly financial empowerment, retiring early, being free, not a cuck in a cubicle, a slave for the IRS, working until you're 66, 67, so you can retire, have 5 years to live and die. The whole point is to get out of this shit early as possible, and overseas offers the freedom. Now, the women are the cherry on top of a cake you've already built called your life, which is you eat clean, you work out, you take care of your mind, put mind, body, spirit first, yourself first. You have some remote income, not even remote income. You have passive income from busting your ass, and you put yourself in an advantageous position to leave. And then you get a woman as a natural byproduct of your success. If you're going out somewhere with a sole purpose, number one, to find a woman, you are bound to fail. The moment you put a woman first in your life, you are going to burn for it. But let the morons figure that out for themselves.
And that is very true. I don't think it should be that way. I think that women should date and consider men based on the potential that men have, because you can see a man's potential. Now, it's always a risk, but when you really know someone, you can trust him. But it's just not the case. All right, most women are not going to look at your potential. They're going to look at your end product, which for me, guys, makes it so that I don't want women. I don't want you to meet me at the finish line. Where have you been? Well, I was busting my ass, working and sweating at the gym, You went there. If you met me then, well, I was still, thin, not muscular, probably poor. You wouldn't have wanted me. Now you want me when I'm already completed building my empire. Well, you don't really love me for who I am. You love what I possess and the lifestyle that I can bring you, which makes you something that I'm not interested in, I really want a woman that wants me for who I am and my potential, not because of what I achieved. And the whole purpose of life and marriage and partnership, isn't it to build life together? I don't want this trophy wife. I don't want it, guys. I can go to a prostitute if that's what I want. Some recognition. I can pay her to worship me for my achievements. I don't want a woman to meet me at the finish line, but sadly, that's the state of how the world operates. No women probably will care about who you are as a person. They just see you as a walking ATM machine.
Anyways, let's get into this.
Like the first day I came here, 1 hour of swiping, I already had like 100 matches. And that never happens in the United States. Women in the West are generally a bit more masculinized. In Asia, if a woman loves her man and trusts her man, she will submit to his decision.
Here in Thailand, there is an emerging social phenomenon. It's called passport bros. We are talking about men who have decided to stop dating Western women because they don't share the same values. So they travel abroad in search for relationships with foreign women who they think are more traditional, more feminine, and more caring. And Thailand is one of the top destinations for passport bros. And I'm going to spend a day with one of them here in Bangkok. Let's meet it.
Well, this woman, guys, seems to get it. She mentioned men are looking for women who are traditional, feminine, and caring. Madam, you forgot to mention her career and her degree. No, because men don't give a shit about that. That's what men are looking for. Traditional, which means don't be a blue-haired, leftist, extreme, brainwashed moron. Feminine, sorry, I just happen to be attracted to females, otherwise I will simply be gay and be looking for men. I just happen to be attracted to females, so can you please be feminine for a change? And then caring. Just be a good friend, be a good damn companion. It's too much to ask, guys. It's too much to ask for the Western women, which are so butthurt about men traveling abroad.
Paul Lee is a 28-year-old digital nomad from the United States. He relocated to Thailand 4 years ago.
So how's your workout?
That was good.
Yeah, what did you do?
Just a little bit
push-ups?
a little upper body.
Do you know a lot of Thai slangs and how to use them?
Yeah, I've been learning a lot recently. Dung.
Huh?
Dung.
Dung.
It means like stunning, like looks so good, Shit, actually, let me see for you.
You're cheating. So what do you have there on your phone? Is it like a list of Thai slangs?
This is like 500 vocabulary for me.
500? Do you think like Thai women like it when you can speak Thai slangs?
Yeah, it's very endearing when like a foreigner can actually speak some of the language. Nice and hot as always.
Back in the US, Paul made a name for himself as an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space.
สวัสดีครับเอานุ่งชินครับ
Guys, can we go back to take a look at him with a t-shirt? Now, I will call this man the average man, even though, in my opinion, he exceeds in everything. This is a good man. Now, I don't know his personality. He may be addicted to substances for all I know, but this is a good man. Now, he's average in the sense that there are millions of men like him, but that's the whole point. Men overall are good options. All right, take a look at him. Does he look bad? No, he doesn't. Now, he doesn't look like a Chad you see in Hollywood, but this is a good-looking man. He goes to the gym. My freaking voice. He goes to the gym. He works out. He has a very good body. This shirt suits him perfectly. He's a good-looking man, but he's average because there are millions like him. So, in the West, sorry, not interested. You don't happen to be Chad. You don't get no shit. You don't get no women. You don't get no S3X. You don't get no commitment. You don't get anything. And if you get any of that, they're probably going to cheat on you the very next thing in the morning when they find something better, It's like Western women go to hell, man. We're not interested. This is a man that a century ago, with his body and his type and his work, women will be fighting, competing over him. But now you don't get any recognition for that. Well, move abroad. Find a woman that will value you and who you are. Not this crap that we have in the West, because this is a good man.
Name for himself as an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space.
Oh yeah, and he probably makes a lot of money, right? Entrepreneur in the e-commerce space. He has videos here. This one has 70,000 views. This one has 80,000 views. This guy probably has a lot of money, and he's good looking, and he's working out, and probably he has a good personality and is easy to work with, right? But in the West, you're just an average piece of crap that women don't give a crap about. You just don't impress them at all.
สวัสดีครับเอานุ่งชินครับ
But the rat race and the American obsession with money and status left him disillusioned and unhappy.
ครับ
He craved a simpler, slower, and cheaper life.
If you had to choose, one Thai dish that you would have to eat every day, what would it be?
Oh, definitely pad kap pao. It's basically rice with minced meat.
Do you like it spicy?
Of course. I love it spicy.
How do
I
you
need to try
find
that.
like your life in Thailand? Is it so different from your life back home in the States?
Here in Thailand, I just feel like the life here is a lot better. It's more slow paced, or in Thailand, they say like sabai sabai, it's a lot more chill.
It's just such a relief to live in a country where almost everybody's intentions are good.
Yeah, women don't care about that in the West. All right. There are some women here and there, I hear them say, oh, I want to live in a village, in a, not a chaotic life. I don't want to chase money. I don't want to do this. And there are some women that really want that. Most women don't want that, even though they say they want. And you can see it in their actions. Because if you're a guy who is not interested in the grind and you don't have a lot of money to offer, they're probably going to dismiss you, all right? If you want to be a chill guy that just has his peaceful little life, they're not going to feel attracted towards that. Again, because they don't give a shit about your personality. They want what you can provide. And if you don't provide, they're not interested. They're not interested to provide you with love and a family if you don't provide them with money, right? So look at their actions. A lot of women will say, oh, I don't like the life in this big metropolitan city. I don't want to chase money. I want to, live a peaceful life. No, you don't. You're constantly going to the clubs, sleeping with chads, wasting money on needless stuff. Like, don't hit me with that whole I want peace and calm, because your actions clearly show otherwise.
I left the environment of America, the individualism, the hustle culture, the grind culture, the nonstop pursuit of consumerism or keeping up with the Joneses.
How did that affect dating in the States for you?
It's a lot more transactional, I think. It's all about what you can essentially provide, looking good, having good status. A lot of these kind of superficial things, I think.
Tell me about dating in Thailand. How is it different from dating in the US?
Women in the West are generally a bit more masculinized, a bit more individualistic. Here in Thailand, women here are raised by their parents to be the home caretaker, to really take care of their man. And I think a lot of women here are more naturally feminine, more nurturing, more playful, very receptive and trusting of their man to take the lead. I think dating in Thailand as a man, there's a lot more options simply because there's more women here than men. Like the first day I came here, 1 hour of swiping, I already had like 100 matches, and that never happens in the United States.
That is a common belief shared by passport bros that Thai or Asian women in general are more feminine and family-oriented than their Western counterparts. The passport bro trend blew up on TikTok in 2022. Since then, this hashtag amassed over 470 million views on this platform. And although Paul didn't move to Thailand with the intention of becoming a passport bro, he has fully embraced this identity. On his YouTube channel, he shares tips for other men and digital nomads alike who are interested in following his path. He covers everything from visas and dating to making money as a remote worker. A lower cost of living and relaxing vibes have made Thailand an attractive destination for many passport bros. But there are also worries that the movement can become exploitative. Many critics have claimed that these men are reinforcing the power imbalance between Western men and women in developing nations. Passport bros have been criticized as misogynistic. What are your thoughts on this?
First off, I think it's actually very racist for a lot of particularly Westerners to just criticize an entire generation of women here, as in they're not able to make the decision themselves, as in some sort of powerful, rich Western man is going to take control and dominate them into having a relationship with them.
And when asked if he finds local women submissive,
I'd say a bit submissive, yeah. Not in the sense that they're lower or like they're less worthy. It's the fact that they trust the man's leadership. In Asia.
So what's the problem? I hear this ever so often. Oh, you men, you disgusting pigs. You want to find a slave that doesn't know any better, that has no money, so you can subdue her. No? No. We're just trying to find a woman that knows how to manage a relationship, that trusts in her male partner, that is allowing of him to take the lead. How is that patriarchal? And she feels feminine doing that. She likes doing that. I'm not forcing on her. If she's not like that, I don't want her. I don't want her to pretend. Neither does she. We're like, what's the problem? But we're gonna end the video here, guys, on a last note, which is that if men are willing to travel abroad, let's say from the USA to Thailand, so the other effing part of the world, men are willing to do that and start their life from scratch, you can see the emphasis that the men put on this, all right? Like, men don't want to travel abroad. If women where you live were good enough, instead of traveling abroad, starting your life from scratch, going to an uncertain place where you probably don't know anybody. Imagine all that effort and all those resources. Men are willing to put them into a relationship. There are just no women to do that with, you know? So, women always asking, where are all the good men? There are literally so many good men for the few good women there are that they have to travel abroad, right? And they could be putting all these thousands of dollars into having a relationship with the average, American woman, let's say, instead of having to travel to the other effing part of the world. But women simply don't value that. Women don't value your effort. They don't value what you can provide. They don't want to be submissive, nice, and pleasant. They want to be empowered boss babes, and they want to be selfish and hedonistic, and I don't want that. I'd honestly pass away alone. But hey, Thailand, or Thailand, however you pronounce it, starting to sound very good, guys. I don't know, a submissive woman that wants me to take the lead and trusts me and my personality. Hell yeah. But gentlemen, I'll be leaving you there. Book your trip to Thailand is the advice. Let me know what you think, guys, and I'll see you next time.